Yo! We in it. Let's turn down the music a little bit. We are in it. What's good? Let's see. Yeah. Tonight we're at it again. Gonna do more pixel art. Starting where we left off yesterday, if you were there. Let's go ahead and reveal a sprite. There we go. I guess we'll just start and we'll just go where we go. So I think I'm actually gonna actually move this over here, and I'll move this right here. Actually, move this over here. Yeah, that's better, I think. I could do pixel art with my mouse. That's perfectly fine. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. Last time I just well, I was mostly working on storyboards, finished storyboards, and then got into a little bit of pixel art at the very end. Is this a good volume for this? Let's maybe lower a little more. Let me know if the music is too low. Too low. I can turn it up. But anyway, let's get into it. So I have this wasp enemy, Wolfsbane wasp, and we're gonna design 2 more animations for it. Well, we're already like we've got the blueprint there basically. Let's turn on the onion skinning. Maybe not. Looks a bit weird. Maybe I should use my tablet, actually. Yeah, let's go use this tablet. I feel like using the mouse, I use the mouse. Just move stuff out of the way. Oh, hairball. As it were. I have long hair, so these things happen. Okay, yeah, this feels a bit more natural. Just trying to get the silhouette down. Oh. I think that basically establishes it. Head should be bigger, I think. I think I'm forgetting something. There's definitely should be more bigness to this. Maybe just copy the head. Some of this out of the way. Maybe what I'll do is copy the body segment by segment and like make modifications to it. Might be a good idea. I have like a well of anxiety in my chest for some reason. It's weird. Yeah, it looks awful. Let's just get rid of it. Alright. This was kinda shaping up to be the same shape I made, just a bit off. So I'm just gonna try to modify this and make it more natural looking. No, this doesn't check out. Oh, I accidentally made it very, very similar to what it was before. I think it's more or less is fine though. Yeah, I'll keep doing this. Seems better than just trying to transform it in my brain. I'll just go segment by segment. Oops, I meant to control X that. Let's go ahead and delete this bit. That more or less checks out, I think. Though I think this should maybe be moved over by a pixel. I think that works. Let's keep it moving. Stream still going? Well, I just started, so. I sure hope so. Let's do that. Indeed. No, it is not so late yet. Don't worry so much about that one. Trying to be chill. For some reason, I have like this kind of well of anxiety. I don't get it. Trying to be like, yeah, you know, we're chilling out here with the lo-fi and the pixel art, but I don't know. So I'm worried about something. I don't know what. I think I need to find me someone. You mean on the call? I think that would actually help. Yeah, I think talking to someone actually would help me to chill out. I might have to always get a co-host. I feel like I might not be able to if I'm not constantly talking with the chat. I might not be able to deal. I'd rather. I don't think you'd make things awkward. I think things are currently awkward. I'll just tell you this now. I don't think you'd make things awkward. I think things are I feel like things are currently awkward, even if they're not. I feel like things are currently awkward, and I need someone there to bounce off of.
Hello to you too.
Yeah.
No, I get what you mean. It's really funny how you like transitioned conversation from Twitch chat to in live chat.
Yeah, it's it was a bit of a task.
But yeah, what you're working on seems really hype.
Yeah, working on a little bug, a little guy.
These little playful bug people.
Yeah, you might think, based on all the bugs that are going on, that like there's gonna be mostly just bug enemies in this game. No, that's not. That's just a coincidence. The first area just has a lot of bugs. So that's just the. Though it's not like the worst thing, because like, you know, the game's heavily flower themed, so having it be like bug things being also relevant isn't totally out there, I think. But yeah, I plan to have a variety of enemies, not just insects.
Yeah. I think it's not a bad idea to kind of like stick to a theme at the beginning. I mean, because, you know, then if you need more ideas for enemies, like, you have the whole insect kingdom to kind of pull from, and
yeah,
bugs are pretty cool as far as animation goes. I think there's actually something interesting, like some news article I saw where like bugs had like the first example of like an actual like gear, like a biological gear
Yeah,
in their exoskeleton. I want to see if I can find exactly which one. It was for like a wing.
that's crazy.
But I looked at it. Yeah, like you look at it under a microscope, and it just looks like a dead ass ear. Like,
That's good. That's insane.
like it looks constructed. I mean, a lot of like natural stuff seems constructed, but like normally it's in like this really kind of like pretty. I don't know how to explain it, but
I
like
know what you mean.
fractal kind of way. Like it's kind of seems like it's trying to imitate like patterns and stuff. But with the gears, this shit just looks straight out of a factory.
How wild.
Yeah.
Something there has to be some sort of creator behind it all.
Oh yeah.
That's the only way.
Somebody made like a 3D model of it to kind of show it in more detail.
Uh,
It's from a plant
yeah,
hopper, apparently.
that sounds insane. And we were probably visited by aliens, and they made bugs.
Yeah. It's the only. I mean,
Getting double audio. Oh, is I think it might be. I think I know what's going on. I think I'm so close to the mic, and you might be loud enough that you're leaking out into space. Um, so let me see. I'll also maybe lower you. Hopefully that's fine. Speak. Wait a second. Speak again.
hello.
Okay, I think that's good enough. Now I guess we'll just continue on, and if double speak continues to happen, we'll have to figure something out.
Um, for a second, it sounded like the audio was being like your desktop audio was like being duplicated. Like it was a very clean double.
Is my
Hold on,
stream
let me
up
just
still?
stop so you don't get ads real quick.
Hold on. Let me. A follow. Oh, let's delete that guy. Thank you for following me. Double audio. Double audio, you guys say. Thank you for following me. Double audio. Okay, so I didn't hear. I was just listening to my stream. I didn't hear any double audio, but you weren't talking, so.
Oh, let me
Oh
keep
wait. Oh, you
talking
didn't follow. You
apparently.
subscribed. Thanks for the subscription.
That's literally what I said. I
I
said, hold
didn't.
on, let me subscribe so I don't get your ads.
I didn't realize. That's what you said. I don't know. I just skipped over. Thank you for subscribing. By the way, I made like 11 cents in ad rev since I started streaming again. Like since the first time we streamed, like a couple weeks back,
Nice.
I've gotten 11 cents of ad rev.
That
So it's
means
not
you got enough
nothing.
money.
It's not nothing. Like that's way more than I would have ever expected. Pretty sure capturing audio twice. Hold on. I've gotten 11 cents.
Yeah, you need to check Streamlabs.
Um, so it's not nothing. It's not nothing. Like that's way more than I would have ever expected. Pretty sure capturing audio twice. Hold on. I've gotten 11 cents.
Yeah, you need to check Streamlabs.
Okay, yeah, I definitely heard it there. What the fuck? What's happening? Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to figure it out. Did, okay, I guess I paused the lo-fi at some point. Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to figure it out. Did, okay, I guess I paused the lo-fi at some point. Yeah, I definitely hear the double audio. Where's that coming from? I now acutely do hear it. It's very subtle when I'm not talking fast. But I don't know how I'm possibly doing that. Let's
It's
try to
also
restart
always
my
strange to me that your Twitch voice is way nicer than like your Discord voice.
strange. How I'm possibly doing
Yeah, like your Discord voice comes across like strange, a little warbly, and like corrected in a weird way. And then on Twitch, it's like it's this beautiful like.
That's strange.
You should probably focus on fixing the Twitch thing, the double audio.
Yeah, like so I hear the double audio on me a little bit, but I hear it on you a lot harder. Give me a second.
You should probably focus on fixing the Twitch thing, the double audio.
Yeah, what's going on? So I hear the double audio on me a little bit, but I hear it on you a lot harder.
It's not just like in Streamlabs you have two desktop audio sources by accident.
No, I just have. Wait, speak.
Hello.
Oh, oh, I see. I see something. I see something. Give me a sec. Wait, when
Can I speak again?
Not. Wait a second. Speak again, one more time.
Hello.
Okay. Let me look at Discord. I think it's a Discord problem, actually. I think Discord might have forgotten a setting here. Voice meter input, input output device. Speaketh.
Hello.
One more time.
Hello.
Okay. Okay, I think I got it. Let me look at. Be silent. I need to listen to the stream.
Hello.
One more time.
Hello.
Okay. Okay, I think I fixed it. Yeah. Okay, sounds like I fixed it. Yeah. The problem was Discord. For whatever reason, because this wasn't happening before. I'm using an audio cable, a virtual audio cable. Specifically, I'm using whatchamacallit, voice meter, to separate audio tracks between like people I'm talking with on, say, Discord and my computer audio. So Discord for whatever reason changed the output device to be from the virtual cable to the regular. Oh wait, backwards. Discord was sending the audio to the virtual cable, which is like my generic audio for the PC, and instead of its own specific thing that that it was supposed to be on. So it was like Discord was feeding you into that track. Meanwhile, I think Streamlabs might have been listening to both or something. I don't know.
Oh.
Anyway, it's good. That's the point. So back to this. Yes. How's it going? We have a Dochi and Funny Bunny speaking in chat, helping me out with solving audio issues. Love you guys. Thank you very much.
Big appreciated. Also, it was wild how much better I sounded too. I mean, obviously I'm still sick, but like I'm like, damn, I sound like my mic isn't bad for being like a default desk or laptop mic.
If I had to guess, the reason why on Discord I might sound a little bit wobblier is because probably Streamlabs is just taking my raw mic feed, while Discord I have it to automatically detect input sensitivity. So that's probably what's got its panties in a bunch.
Gotcha.
Looks like I also have hardware acceleration and shit like that, and echo cancellation off. So these might all be contributing to my voice not sounding as crisp as in Streamlabs or in the stream. But it's nice to hear that my voice is crisp on the stream. That's where the quality matters.
yeah. All right, let's just open up TeamSpeak. I actually used to use TeamSpeak when I like played World of Tanks with people, like, cause a lot of the people who played World of Tanks were like paramilitary boomers who were trying to like indoctrinate young kids or like teenagers and like high schoolers and college kids.
We'd love to see those.
And they were like, "What is Discord? We're gonna use TeamSpeak." And like just one person spends like money every month or something. I don't know how much TeamSpeak server actually costs.
One of my friends used to have a TeamSpeak server. I'm sure by now he
That's
stopped.
it's not too bad. Yeah, I like wonder. I mean, it's so much more annoying to like do the user interface for TeamSpeak than for Discord.
Yeah,
I'm sure their prices were higher before.
Discord has cornered the market by being convenient.
But TeamSpeak made a pretty nice graph for itself, or at least this place trying to like really cover for them. 3D immersive user positioning. Discord's like, my bad, we didn't have 3D immersive user positioning in our call.
Hmm.
Or military grade encryption.
Never use TeamSpeak. Use a lot of Skype. Yeah, Skype is awful. Um,
Yeah.
my job still uses Skype for its purposes.
Where I used to work at Studio XP, they used Skype a lot, and it was just like, I mean, they started to just straight up use like the Slack call functionality, but even that was like a little bit weird.
Mm-hmm.
If I was ever talking to like my boss or like my co-boss, like I would always Skype them. What they started trying to do is they started trying to use this like online environment, which is like straight up just I don't know, it's like an office in pixel art. And you just walk around and you can walk next to somebody and
The
then
what in the
like
metaverse?
if, well, it was quite a bit before that. It was like year one of COVID that they started trying to implement it. Um, but yeah, it's just like it was kind of cute. It had like a couple games and stuff. But, like it didn't look like it was trying to take over my life. There were no Wendy's ads.
Hmm. Fascinating. I feel like the arm should be doing something a bit more in this animation. So let's see what we're gonna do with them. Because this is like a wind up, so I feel like I should maybe do something more with the arms and have it just them be dangling. Maybe they're like doing a thing. I'm being called. 1 second. What's up? 1 sec.
So, what should we say behind Tyler's back when he gets back, huh? I think we should ask him for a wasp waifu, or just insist that all of his uh, enemies would be better as waifus. Yeah, he's being done for a little bit, but I still think we should try and think of something funny to do when he gets back that maybe the chat and I can be in on. Yeah, for sure, homie. I just want to check. Do I sound like I'm doubling? Because the background sounds like it's doubling. After hearing myself back,
Yikes.
it does not sound that way. It's probably just the
Where's my
audio.
headset?
Oh, hey.
How much of that was comprehensible?
Almost. I didn't hear any of it.
Excellent. Love to see it. My mom's got COVID and my dad's being a bit
Oh
extra
no.
about it. Anyway, back to the work. It's not a huge deal. He was making a big deal.
Well,
Anyway.
that's probably enough of a deal to her.
Well,
Yeah.
see the I'm just gonna talk about it. The issue was, um, he wanted, because again, she's got COVID. He wanted to sleep
Hmm.
in his room with her, and it's
Yeah.
just like, sure, you can do that, but you have to understand that, like, you have to take extra precautions at that point for me and my brother's sake. Like, you're
Yeah.
gonna have to wear, like whenever you're out of the room, mask up, clean where you are, that kind of thing, because you're now in direct contact all the time, like for 8 whole hours. Like you will have contracted it.
Yeah.
But either that or you sleep downstairs. And he didn't want to
Yeah.
do that, and it was acting like it was like a big ask,
Yeah.
and acting like sleeping downstairs would affect him so much. But apparently, it's not like, it doesn't affect him so much that he won't clean up after himself and wear a mask.
Okay.
Which, like, anyway.
Yeah.
Very,
Of all the
very
things that have to do in this world, wearing a mask are definitely not like.
like wiping
Like, I don't
wiping
think
wherever
anybody
you.
loves
Yeah,
wearing a mask or anything, right? But
right, but like, if you want to do these things, then like be responsible.
yeah.
And he kept asking like it had to do with him and his health, and it's just like he kept saying like
Mhm.
I'm not afraid. Like it's not about you.
Yeah, it's about everybody else.
I'm trying to figure out a way to make this look nice, but it's not look like I'm liking the dangly arms better. Let's see. Maybe something like that would work actually. Yeah, I think that looks nice enough.
Give it a look. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's like it's swinging.
Yeah,
Makes it feel pretty like part of the motion.
yeah, it makes it feel like kinetic, which is what I was going for. Actually, I think I'm gonna add an additional frame. I'm gonna make the canvas bigger. Try to keep things in multiples of 8. No! That's not what I wanted.
Ooh. I've been trying to get music stuff done these past couple days, but it's like I feel a little bit better about using FL Studio right now, but now it's like my synth that like the most annoying thing is that I know how to like do things with it, but every time I do something, I don't give myself the space to like be able to appreciate it or mess with it. I just kind of like I keep stopping myself being like, no, this is kind of bad.
I mean, I'm definitely there a lot of times.
Yeah. But it's like if you're trying to come up with ideas, you kind of have to like separate that brain. That's my personal opinion though. Like if you're trying to if you there's like an ideation phase and then there's like a cutting down phase, right? And for me like the ideation phase should not expend excess energy on cutting down on ideas because that is not the ideation phase's job.
Mm-hmm.
IMO. And right now I'm in ideation phase, but the cutting down part keeps wanting to come in. And I think it's like my ego or something coming in being like, no, like you're better than this. And I'm like, it doesn't matter that I'm better than this. Like I'm not trying to be better or worse than anything. Like I'm just trying to make something.
I hear
But
you.
yeah. Let's just move on to a different sound. I think the annoying thing too is that like when you watch like a Unity or Unity now has like tutorials that kind of help you like do everything you need to do to get like a game loop finished. But when
Mm-hmm.
you look through like manuals for synthesizers, they kind of tell you like everything you need to do to move the knobs and what the knobs do to each other and like how the LFO is like modulating like another thing. But it doesn't tell you like, oh, if your pad is like a little bit boring, you can try this, or doing these kinds of things will like generally make a sound fuller, but like be careful about making a sound fuller because like I mean it might be like too complicated like to cover within the span of like a manual, but like it's an instrument, right? Like part of
Mm.
it should be how to like make it sound musical according to like whatever like the trendy ideas are or like what some classic ideas of like synth sound have been.
Yeah, I get you.
And the problem is if I look up tutorials, everything is like how to make like the synths that were just really popular in like future bass, and it's like I don't really want to make that. I just want to make like cool like video gaming stuff.
Yeah, I kinda hear you there. I wish I had the answer you seek. However, I don't know how to make music.
I'm just gonna look up serum pad. I will be right back. I'm just gonna go fill up a humidifier.
Very well. So how's chat doing? There's still folks in there. Doing alright, that's good. I saw that you were on Sprite earlier, Adoji. Make anything cool, by any chance? Sorry to put you on the spot. You don't have to share if you don't want to. I just noticed you were over there, so or earlier. You've been wanting me to work on stuff, so I just want to say thank you. Oh, okay, I guess it's relevant. No problem. I'm glad. I'm glad this is proving helpful, cause you know it's just nice, nice to hear, especially given how I know you've been feeling about trying to work on things, game dev in general. guess I should rotate this a little bit more. Yes, I've been working on one of my games, mostly just the art right now. I think I need to flesh out this game more, which I think will help in long run. In the long run, so I've just been winging this project and just working on whatever comes to mind. I think part of what helps me come back is just how much I'm invested in seeing this project be completed. Like there are moments, you know, like I assume everyone has, where it's like, why bother? But then I realize, no, I want this to happen regardless of what other people might feel about it. And I think I'd agree. Like I think too much of that is a bit unhealthy. Like if it's something that no one is going to like except for you, you know, that's not true, obviously. But like, you know what I mean? Like if your game is too hyper specific, of course, will it have a market? That answer might actually be no, depending. Not necessarily is no, but it might be no, is my point. So, that is just to say that there, like, you know, there's a degree of having too much of this. Like, if you have a really hyper-specific, really complicated, like, like strategy game with, like, so many resources and, like, it's a whole economic simulation, you have to kind of do your own homework on how to do it. Like, there's a market for that kind of thing. So, like it's not like it's impossible, but, it just depends on, like, what factors going in. Like, you know, games like, for instance, Victoria 2 exists. Games like what's that space game called? Like a space MMO where like the economy is fully Eve Online. Like that exists, but at this like so like, you know, you can achieve those. Dwarf Fortress is another example of something that's like incredibly complicated and hard to get into, but it has like a market. An indie game studio I follow is actually making a graphically palatable version of Dwarf Fortress, which I'm interested in seeing how it turns out. Funny that. But anyway, that's a whole tangent to what I was trying to say. What I'm trying to say is having a certain amount of investment into your own project and making it feeling like you want it to succeed based on just your own desire to just see it succeed, and having that investment is definitely a good thing to have on a project. I think that's the case. It has helped me, you know, keep on track with Rose and Thorn, where, like I said, like I have those moments of like, why bother? Is anyone even gonna like this thing? Clearly people are going to like it. Like, clearly there's a market for games like Rose and Thorn, but it helps just to be like, no, you know what, this game is being made for me. That isn't like the full thing of what that isn't really the end of the discussion, but it certainly does help you pull through. I think it helps me pull through anyway. Like I've had these moments, and I've just been like, you know what? No. Gonna do it. Like I said, I don't think that's necessarily like always a great thing. Everything in moderation, as they say. a particular end goal for the game. I've just been fun doing stuff as of now. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just like, because I remember the reason why I went down this path is because I remember you talking about how you find it hard to stay invested in projects, and that's just how I've stayed invested in Rose and Thorn. While I've even had other like project ideas and other like things that I might have even fleshed out to a certain extent, but at the end of the day, like that project is now kind of dustbined, and some of them I plan to return back to, but a certain amount of investment, I think, is a good thing, and just, you know, I guess stubbornness to see the project succeed. If that makes sense. Am I making sense, Nico? Is Nico even there? I don't think Nico's even there. Is that just the way? Sorry, my cousin just sent me a text. He made like a poster out of out of a bunch of game covers he had from like various games he's owned, and it's got some character, I think. Not just games. It looks like there's some yeah, it's not just games. It looks like there's some what's the words, like DVD box set covers, or not box set, but like, for example, I see some Avatar: The Last Airbender. I see some Boondocks. Like I imagine like he bought some seasons of Boondocks. It's got character.
Hello, I've returned. I was just helping.
I had a whole conversation and I thought you were listening to me, and I asked you your opinion and you weren't there.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you memeing or are you serious?
I'm serious. You could go back in the stream VOD. You can hear me like go on this whole thing, and I ask, "What do you think, Nico?" And then dead silence.
Oh.
Oh
No.
I was having the conversation with Adochi in chat, but yeah, that was funny.
My bad. Yeah,
That's
I was just
cool.
helping Luna go to sleep because she be getting the bronch. Have I mentioned to you before that she gets the bronch pretty easily?
Bronchitis?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so if like she gets any kind of cold, flu, or anything, like she's guaranteed to get bronchitis, like acute bronchitis.
That sucks.
And normal people will like a doctor won't even like recommend you anything for acute bronchitis, but for Luna, with like acute bronchitis, last time we went to like a hospital in Spain, they were like, you need to be hospitalized. Like that's insane. That's insane. Because like her lungs just can't handle it. Because like asthma plus the bronchitis, I think for her is the deadly combo.
Yeah, my brother.
So yeah,
my brother's got that sort of thing.
Yeah. Son, you get you all these toys, and you slap around my mini guitar amplifier. See, my cat only wants to play with my expensive shit.
This is the way.
Okay, I'm gonna watch a tutorial. I'm gonna stop being creative. Uh, Theo, pick a key. Any key. Or chat, pick a key.
That's like a letter, right?
Any letter from A to G. And you can say
H.
sharp and flat behind each one. Unfortunately, H is not between A and G. I know.
I don't believe you.
Well, I don't know how to tell it to you. But a kilogram of steel is not heavier than a kilogram of feathers.
What? What's this communist language you're speaking to me?
So you said G flat? Great choice. Yeah, G flat, that's definitely something that I would have chosen. That's a great choice.
That's the one you chose.
That's the one you chose.
Uh-huh. That thing looks so deadly. Hell yeah. Gonna stab the fuck out of you.
Yeah, it's looking super sick.
Yeah, I quite like how it's turning out. Shit. Definitely should be more frames in this, but I think it's fine for what it is. I made a lot more frames for the idle. I feel like there definitely should be more frames to make the scene more consistent, but whatever.
Um, you know what my opinion actually is when it comes to attacks in games? Was it for an animation or is it for like the game?
It's for a game.
It I love like really fast, snappy animations. Um, so like oftentimes the less frames the better.
Mm.
And like oh, that's just for the state. Oh, okay. Uh Actually never mind. I'm also hearing myself on the Twitch stream, so I'm gonna mute the Twitch streams for a sec so I can actually think. Uh what was I gonna say? I think the acceleration is like not clear yet. Can you play them really slowly?
Can scrub through them. Playing them slowly just is a bit more work than I feel like doing it.
Like making them I don't mean like making the animate. Yeah, okay. all I was gonna say is that a little bit of overshoot is nice. Yeah, you might not need frame 10. That's also pretty. I think that's true, Adochi. And
Okay.
like a little bit of overshoot for like the sting to kind of like return, like to start returning back.
I hear you.
But otherwise, I mean, it's probably like not that crazy to finish that up. every time I work on music, I'm like, damn, I wish I could have some music playing right now while I work on this. And then it's like, yeah, there's really some two and two that's not going together in my head when I have that thought.
I I know what you mean though. You just feel like something's missing
Yeah.
whenever you're working without music playing. The wing up feel a bit. The wind up. Oh, the winds up feels a bit long. Okay, I must have missed that. You must have said that earlier. Oh, jeez.
Alright, now I have a pad that I like. Now I just have to learn how to do some crazy jazz. After trying to learn how to do crazy jazz on a guitar, just learning how to play it and not actually really understanding stuff deeply enough to play it or to
Yeah.
like write it down. Because to me, the fun part in like writing music that's really heavy in dissonance is not just like, oh, haha, hee hee, it's like very dissonant. To me, it's fun that like you play four chords that on their own never sound like a resolution, but when you put them together, each one sounds so right where it is. To me, that's the goal.
I see.
It's like there's no right notes being played, but all the wrong notes together are like more right than the right notes could ever be.
Also, episode I was working on. If you were curious, okay, I'll take a look at it. Probably my server.
Oh, man. Give it a look.
Let's see.
Oh, those look sick.
Oh, these look really nice. These look like really nice. I like these a whole lot.
I love those color palettes. I especially love the Fisher
Yeah.
homie.
I really like these.
You chose great colors and like
Those are. I want to like draw those characters in like bigger
these are all
resolutions.
really good.
I might just watch yourself. I might redraw them.
These are all really good. I mean, I can't. Hold. I'm gonna put it on stream, even though like I'm gonna put them on stream. Let's see. I want to save them. These look really good. I can't stop saying it. Oh, is this that like Pokemon like project that you were talking about a little while back? I remember you talking about you were creating something that's like Pokemon or similar to Pokemon. I just noticed that like they're called new trainers, so I'm just assuming here. Yes, let's go. These look really good. I can't stop saying it. It looks like I killed my image capture. That's okay. I'll get another one. Image.
No, the colors just look really stylish, and like the shapes
Yeah.
super appeal to me.
Agreed. These work ridiculously well. This is what Aducho's working on. Anyone else who might be tuning in. These look sick. I like the use. I like the like inconsistent use of the like the outline, like the black outline bit. Like some bits aren't covered by like the solid black outline. I like how you made those decisions. Like like I see a lot happening around their thighs. Kind of just like very much kind of those little decisions I think go a long way. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm working on 4 more right now, almost in the last one, and yeah, when you have only 2 colors, you have to figure stuff out. So you're limiting for each character. You're limiting yourself to only 2 colors. I see. Well, I guess technically 4 black, white, and then the 2 colors of your choice, which I
Gotcha.
think
Yeah,
is very
that's
interesting.
bonkers.
That's very interesting that you decided to limit yourself in that way.
I'm
It's very cool,
I'm
very
a big fan
successful.
of like 1-bit stuff, so
Yeah, it's very successful. It really like makes each character feel really distinct.
they also pop out a lot better on like a sprite than on Discord.
Mm-hmm. Man, they're so sick. Good job. I'm gonna keep these guys in the corner here. I'll minimize them a little bit, but I'm gonna keep them in the corner. I don't want them to be too small. I don't know how like at what size they lose their resolution to be like. Can't really tell what they are, but let's try to leave it like that. Very cool.
cool idea. I mean, like, I feel like it sounds kind of obvious, but like mapping the filter to like the actual piano key so that the keys that are at the top sound like they have a little bit more like cut to them. Kind of cool. They have a bit more edge to them.
Hmm.
Oh, nice. We just got 4 more.
What did he post more? Yo,
Oh my God, look at that small friend.
Let's fucking go.
What a cute tiny friend. Also, love, love, love the dither pattern on old guy jacket. Like,
Yeah,
or
like
old
a,
guy
like a,
vest. Like,
I think it's
gold
like
crosses.
like a flannel type deal.
Yeah, I love that.
This is cool as shit. Like a little kid. Thighs lady. She's gonna be a fan
Thighs
favorite.
lady. Oh my God. There's also thighs. There's thighs man now.
Yeah,
Or
there's also
thighs
thighs
boy.
man. Yeah. Thighs
There's
guy,
actually
thighs
there's
gal.
actually only thighs boys. I think all boys are showing some nice thigh, except for the old man. But he's probably got the nicest thighs of them all.
A diverse cast of characters right here.
Yeah, that's super sick.
I love them all. They're awesome, dude. Posture's getting a bit weak. Can you like stop? There you go. Very, very nice.
I'm upset because I added chorus and I really liked the way it sounded, but then I turned it off and I also really liked the way it sounded.
Mm-hmm. Let me update the image here. These are some excellent character designs. Really gotta say. Oh, cool! I updated it and it did it automatically. Didn't do nothing. I'm just realizing the text box is kind of going above and beyond where it's supposed to be. I'll fix that later, whatever. Let's see if I can fix it now real quick. Is there a way to introduce a height to the chat? No, it doesn't seem like it. No, like, immediately obvious way. Maybe, actually, maybe it's that. 1000 height. Let's try, like, 700 height. Yeah, that looks better, I think.
Sometimes I'm like really listening close to the synth that I'm making, and I get really nervous that I've made some kind of artifact by like pushing a parameter too far. And then I like try to listen even closer and closer, and I'm like, wait a second, that's just a car that's outside rumbling. Somebody just turned on their car outside, and I heard it, and I thought it was my song.
Oh no. How's this look to you guys?
Oh, it looks way more dynamic. Oh. That was pretty nice to me. I don't know if Adochi has any thoughts. Maybe like the little nose thing flying around doesn't quite look in sync with the attacking tail, but like the tail itself, I would change nothing about it as of like right now. But like maybe
Okay, I think I see.
maybe
one
just
problem.
the nose. But like I think I'm like trying to key into like the position of the face too. The face looks like it's good to me because it's like it scrunches in and then it pushes out, right?
It's more like the opposite, where it starts more forward and then it like kind of like doesn't really push out. It more like backs in as the tail bit punches out. Which I think is how you want it. Though the nose bit does need work. I agree.
I think the nose would be forward and the head would be behind. I don't know. I'm like maybe I'm thinking about it backwards.
So right here, when it strikes, the nose would be forward, because it's.
I'm like trying to think of like a.
I think
like
basically I think I'd basically just switch over where the nose, what the nose is doing. So if I just take this bit. Oh, okay, apparently that wasn't correct. That looks much better, I think. It's still like I feel like it's still a little bit what's the word? It's not flabby enough, I guess, if that makes sense. But I think it looks way better than it did before. I think kinetically it makes more sense. The arms might need some work. Let's see.
Could be that maybe I was like looking at the nose, but what I was thinking about was the arms.
Maybe. I think if I basically do the same things that I did just with the nose with the arms, I think it'll come out all right.
I'm trying to think if I was like attacking with my lower body, what I would do with my arms, and maybe I'd have like a taekwondo stance or something, and then but like they probably wouldn't go forward, right? They'd probably go like back even more if I was like attacking with my waist. I'm also not an insect, so my anatomy tips should be taken with a fair grain of salt, or whatever it is that I guess bees, because wasps like to eat bees, so have it with a fair amount of bees.
Very well. What? Oh shit, that's the wings. Okay, one of them's fucked up. Um, so with the arms, like, its arms aren't really like, uh, I don't really consider the arms, like, at this rate, they're like more vestigial appendages. They don't often use their arms. Their main.
Maybe. Oh, go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
like,
Oh.
so like in my mind, they're like flapping about. Like if you look at all the, they just dangle for the most part. They don't really get. Its main locomotion is its wings. It doesn't really use its arms much, in my head. So, that weightlessness about the arms, where they kind of just dangle and kind of go with the same sort of motion as the nose, I think that makes it makes no sense in my head. I think, but maybe I'm wrong. What do you guys think about this now? Kind of just letting it play.
I think right now it's in a good spot.
I think so as well.
I wouldn't touch it. Like, there's probably small things that you can do here and there with it, but I feel like the main kind of like the idea of it like overextending is like pretty well conveyed.
Do you have a recent Rose? Well, do you want to see Rose? This is what she looks like right now. Not too much different than what last time you saw her. Surprise character incoming.
Oh, guest appearance.
There she be. You should probably take a screenshot so you can reference it. Though it's not like, you know, the most complicated character design ever. It's pretty straightforward. Let me know if you need to look back at it. Done, thanks. Cool. I'm really interested to see her like in this like kind of style that you got going on. It'll be interesting for sure. Color might be a challenge. Yeah, that's true. She's got more than two colors. Let me take a look at it real quick. Maybe what you could do is accentuate the hood a bit more. Try to get rid of her hair a little bit. The hair popping out is a little bit iconic, but I feel like the redness is basically the most iconic bit about her. The red cape and stuff.
Yeah, you could probably meld like the red and the. Well, maybe it's like somehow the skirt can be black, maybe,
You can probably make yeah, you can probably do something like that.
and then probably just have a skin tone and like the cape tone, and like that can blend with her hair.
Yeah, maybe you could do something like that too.
Like it's
they're
just
close
one
together.
tone of red that's in between or something. Oh, are we having some explosions?
Explosions?
I'm just looking at what's going on screen.
No,
I see some drippies.
sorry?
Oh, those are the wings, I see.
Yes, yes. It's the background are the wings, yes. They're just placeholder.
You're back. I'm just gonna turn off this the PlayStation that's been playing the Persona music like nonstop for like 3 hours, and I just was not thinking about it.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're good with this. Officially finished the Wolfbane Wasp animations. Cool. Where the hell is my tabs for this? There it is. Oh well, I hadn't been logging. Let's see. We've been working for 2 hours, and then yesterday
Okay, I have returned.
spent like 20 minutes. So I'm gonna say 2 hours 20 minutes.
Are you gonna finish off the stream or?
No, I was just log. Oh wait, a little bit longer than that. 15. Oh, logging 15 minutes.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm just tracking my work. Cause I just
Yeah,
finished.
smart.
I just finished this thing, and I think the hurt animation. Yeah. I think the hurt animation is all I needed left. Because I decided, upon very good, what's the word? Under very good advisement to have the death animation be an explosion of this thing's body pieces.
Nice.
So I could just, at any point, just, you know, cut those out and make them assets. So that's not really much of a to-do. Bacamite Scout. Did I have an idea for what that was?
I think I need a more fun synth. Like, I know that the synth that I'm working with can do everything I want it to do, but like, I feel like I miss the days of like being able to like kind of go through my presets and like see wild shit and be like, I actually want to understand how to do that, as opposed to just being like, oh, the synth is like the exact same as like another synth that I've used in the past. Just like, I mean, the cool thing about this synth is that like, how do I explain it? You can like take like a sound and you can make it like the core of the synth, and then you can like modulate that sound with another one.
Oh, Followick is now following. Thanks for the follow. How you doing?
Oh, thank you, friend, for follow.
I should change that animation. That's an old ass animation.
It's kind of cute though.
Yeah, it's got a charm to it. Like, do you get why I have
I
it
like
be the run
the
animation? It's because it's following, so you're running. It's like a you understand? Do you
I
understand?
like how there's not nearest neighbor filtering. I like how it's blurry.
Ah, yes. Twitch was made with or rather OBS was made with pixel art in mind for sure.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Well, I mean,
I wonder if he cuts it up to nearest neighbor. Let me double check. I'm not.
yeah, it does. Because
Oh,
I,
let's see.
if it doesn't, maybe it doesn't. Maybe I just like rescaled my image. Because like for my stream, I mean, I love just doing like 1-bit art, right? But like 1-bit like low res art. But I have
Yeah,
something as like my PNG tuber, but it's not really a PNG tuber. It's just an image. But like, I think maybe I just scale it up.
you probably do because I don't see any sort of way to to make it nearest neighbor scaling. I don't see any scaling options. But maybe OBS has actually, because I don't know if you use Streamlabs. I use Streamlabs.
I used to use Streamlabs, and then I heard there was a whole big like OBS for Streamlabs thing, and it was like, rah.
That sounds like I don't want to deal with that. I just know that Streamlabs lets me use this like really nice pixel art looking theme, and it looks cool.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm sure I could probably find a thing I could download for OBS. It's like similar, probably. But all I do was click download, and it downloaded the whole thing for me, and I didn't have to do anything. All right, now. So this was, actually, I'm actually quite proud of this creature. I called it a CAD bug first. It's gonna be rebranded. I think it's not. I think I'm gonna keep the design broadly of this thing with like two little pincers with the big old bulb at the back. It was like the kind of first like really aggressive enemy with like a mechanic, in that it has a move where if you try to jump over it, because obviously this thing back here looks like its weak spot. So if you try to jump over it to get behind it, it'll actually like it has a I call this the death animation for some reason, but actually I use this as also like the dodge sort of like frame, and it'll like back up. So when you're trying to jump over it, like it'll just back up before you're able to get over it, and it's actually kind of cool. So it's kind of the first like quote unquote smart enemy, where instead of jumping over it, I mean you can probably brute force your way through it, but the kind of perfect way to kill it would be to dodge the attack through it and then hit it in the back. Would be the way to kill this thing, like with max style, max intention of like a developer. That's like the kind of developer approved way of killing this thing. Though of course you can slap its face a bunch and eventually kill it, but if you hit its back with the right attack, it's like a 2-hit. Whereas if you just try to hit its face, like it's like 5 hits. So it's much more difficult to just try to chew through it.
I watched somebody else play Hollow Knight, and like I watched them be way smarter than I was when I was playing the game for the first time, and I was like, damn, I didn't know that there was like a developer intended way of. I didn't, because there's like one enemy where it almost feels like you're conditioning them into thinking that you're attacking them from above, but you're actually attacking them from the side. And I was like, that enemy is too smart for me. I'm not smart enough to think that enemy is thinking. They're the guys with the shields. They're like the knight guys. You see them pretty early on, like close to like the wasp enemies.
Yes, I recall.
They're so smart.
Yeah, they'll try to swipe you out of the air. And
they have like projectiles if you're far away, like
yeah.
But like it's wild how like there's like a lot of ways to trick them that really make it feel like they're thinking and you're actually tricking them, as opposed to just like it's programmed to do something.
I actually am unaware of any way to trick them. In what ways are there to trick them?
So like basically if you try to attack it from above, it'll put its shield up because it's blocking your attack from above, right? So like you try to attack it from in front and it'll block your attack from in front. You try to attack it from above, like it'll try and like block your attack from above, right? So what you can do is you can jump from above, not attack it from above, and then just attack its body, like from the ground after you jump, and like you'll be able to attack it. You'll have a time to attack, and it's like
I see.
That's oh my god.
Yes, I recall
the mind games.
I recall that. Yes.
Yeah, I need to redesign this guy.
Honestly, they're kind of cute.
Yeah.
Maybe just like a bit more dynamic. Like I think right now they have like a very flat torso.
Mm-hmm.
It's like maybe it needs to be like more arched, or maybe it needs to be like more petite. But it
I
definitely
think,
has a lot of character in it right now.
yeah, I think part of it, actually, part of this design is a little bit confused because I've mentioned this before, but I'm going to continue mentioning it. The point, like the game's like kind of main idea, like main mechanic, is that you'll have three types of attacks. They're color coded: red, blue, and yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you ever see something that's blue, that'll be a hint to like use your blue attacks. If you see something that's red, you should use your red attacks. If you see something that's yellow, you should use your yellow attacks. That's kind of like the hint.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, for this guy, you don't want to hit it with flash attacks because it can defend because it has pincers of its own. So it'll like defend using like the idea of the CAD bug is actually because CAD is another like kind of word for sword, so it's kind of like this bug can it's capable with its weapons. So like the easier way to kill it is to get behind it and juke it out. So I should probably choose a different color palette here. And use like color. It's because the inside here that can still be blue because what this is indicating on the back here, what that's indicating is that you should use a red attack to break its outer shell, and then once you've broken its outer shell, you can one-shot it using a slash attack into its like
Gotcha.
squishy abdomen.
Then maybe instead of like stripes that make it look like it's its color pattern, maybe it could be more like a hole that has some cracks in it that like looks like you could crack it more.
Hmm.
And maybe you can still hit it if you're really precise.
The only problem with hitting it, because it's really precise, is that the blue attacks aren't very precise. They're pretty wide, and
Yeah, then just make it so that it's you can't attack it, but you can see that you could potentially crack it.
mm-hmm. I think let's use a green. I'm stupid.
So I think I'm gonna um for momentum, I'm probably gonna make try to make like an infinite rising sound for like the spooky areas. I feel like that could be kind of cool, but like to keep it like more focused on like the low rumbly sounds.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't use it like unanimously, it's at least like a cool effect to have.
For sure.
Yar. I changed my mind. I don't want to make the shepherd tongue.
Rest in peace.
It was not
Everything
fun to listen to or to work on.
What do you think about
Okay.
this?
I like the shadow. It almost looks like a cool like tattoo or mark of like it's like a cyberpunk bug. Um, the lighting is sick. I really like the joints. Um, uh, maybe like I feel like those stripes on the back could like accentuate the curvature a bit nicer.
Okay.
Like maybe it's like their curve, or maybe it's like personal preference, or maybe it's like their placement on the back. But
I'll try to see what I can do.
yar.
Hello, Trish,
Oh, hey, I'm still
Trash
here.
Puppy. Thanks for
Oh,
the follow. Appreciate you.
you can tell I'm half asleep because you be saying hello to
I
people who
tried.
follow.
Okay,
And I'm
let's
like,
let's see. Wait, sorry, Nico. What was that?
no, I just said you can tell I'm like falling asleep because like you say like hello, and you're talking to somebody like in the chat who came up, and I'm like, oh hi, it's me.
I see. Well, Trash Puppy, if you're still watching, I appreciate the follow. Say hi in chat. Love to know how you found the stream, etc.
Oh my god, oh my god, that's
Oh, it's
sick.
her. It's her.
Yo, chef's kiss.
I see the want to have a color on the skirt. You know,
Okay, but
I think you did
I'm
the
not
best.
gonna lie.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. Tyler, you kind of owe it to us now to like make this as like a playable skin in your game. Or like she's just the
I was
red version.
considering making like different skins and stuff. I will. You know what? Let's make it a promise. Adochi, make this real, and I'll put this in the thing. We're brothers in arms here. You know what I'm saying? Make it real, and she's in the game. No, I'm gonna put her in a game anyway, probably. But what up? I like pixel art. Also, I'm playing a game at the same time, so sorry if I missed something. No problem, no problem. We're probably winding down, to be honest, but I appreciate that you're here. Yeah, we're out here. Um. What's that saying? What's that bit about, like, it's taking names? What's the other bit? I don't remember what it is. But I was gonna make a joke about, like, that instead of taking names, it's making games. You see. Anyway.
Isn't it kicking ass and taking names?
Does this bug animate? This one I was actually in the middle of redesigning. It used to look like this. It animates like a little bit.
Yo, getting this bread and taking names.
There you go. Getting this bread and making games. There it is. But let me show the stream. This.
Wait, kicking pixels, making frames.
Yeah. Sure. Let's go with that one. Let's go with that one. Yes. Okay. Wait. Hold on. All right. So this up here I have in the top corner. This is actually someone in the chat named Adochi. He's making his own. He's attempting his own video game making, and these are a bunch of his sprites. They look awesome, but what he just did is amazing. I'm gonna replace this image real quick with a different one, and that is this one. He made a little sprite, and if I move over here, you can see that these characters look somewhat similar. That's because he made this character in the style of his new game, and that's just lovely. We love to see it. This looks gorgeous. Thank you, Adochi. This character animates, though, if you're curious. Mix a pixel on this. Oh yeah, yeah. There's a little transparent pixel on the shoulder. That's funny, but it looks great. She looks great. Excellent. This looks awesome. But yes. So, if you're curious about animation, this is a character that actually animates completely. I have other bugs that animate. This guy. Another version of that guy. I just finished with this wasp enemy. I finished that this stream. So yeah, we've been doing work. We've been doing work in this here stream. Let's turn off the rendering. Real quick, I need to make adjustments.
Oh, my son is the walk thing.
What?
My son, aka my cat, is a big fan of walking on boxes, and this box just happens to not be structurally stable. But he seems to insist to walk on it.
This makes sense. Yes, kicking pixels, making games. Oh, is there a... Oh, boy.
Yeah, I saw it in, like, the chat. I feel like it got automatically deleted, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah,
I didn't.
agree, Gotti
I.
Pern.
uh, I also made some art from the Insta. Hell yeah. Well, that's just how it is. That's awesome that you were, doing art all day. I was actually low key doing art all day. Actually, I'll show you guys this one. I drew something in real life. I mean, it looks alright, I guess. Does that even come out right? This is for an art class. I had to like arrange some random objects into a silly thing. So I had some scissors, some like nose nose scissors, or however
Oh,
you
that's
say
cool.
them. I have these two little grabby thingies. I forget what they're called. That's a sharpener and 4 random coins. And yeah, I did that today. I have another one actually right here. This one's much better, I think. It's stuff on my bed that I put very specifically. The bottom thing is actually Pog. This is actually a real mug that I have that one of my friends made me that is themed off my game. So that's just like awesome, right? I'll show it on stream sometime. But anyway, yeah. So I've been doing a little bit of art all day too. I've been developing some UI stuff today. Excellent. To catch you up, Godapern. I finished the Sting animation from like that I outlined yesterday, and a little hurt. It's not really an animation; it's more just a frame. I didn't feel like it needed to be a whole animation. I think a frame is fine, probably. I guess just an art day. Yeah. Art is much easier to stream than development, I think. um, you post some other stuff you did today on the Discord? Very cool, very cool. Very, the second one especially reminds me of like Hollow Knight. Little mushroom crying. This one's like a robot type beat. Looks cool. Yes, yes. So the boy is now stabbing. Girl, 3 hours of me going, okay, that didn't fix the Twitch integration. Let's try adjusting this variable. Well, that do be how it is. That's why that's part of why I haven't done an actual development stream recently. It's just like, what am I gonna do? Just look in front of this. I've done it before, so like clearly I can do it. It's just a matter of getting off my ass and doing it. But anyway, the mushroom is actually one of the monsters in my game. Cool. Aw, little baby. Is it? What about the other one? What's the deal with the other one? The like robot looking guy. Also, in case anyone was wondering, Adochi is talking about various pictures he put up on my Discord, which apparently you can't get to with the link in the description. So I'll post it in chat right now, the link to the Discord, if you're interested in coming. Boom. Just a random piece? That's cool. Was stuck in my head, needed to get it out. Well, I can appreciate that. In either case, let's get back to working this. What time is it, by the way? It's 11:09. Okay.
11:09.
I think we're cool for a little while longer. I'm gonna get some water real quick. I'm always interested in coming. You can't say that. I'll be right back.
Oh no. Or oh yes. Oh no. Ugh. I feel like I have to say it again, Odochi. that character design, oh, especially with the rose and like the expression, chef's kiss.
And they're back. I'm not engaging. I am not engaging. We are developing things.
You're developing a heart rate.
That's true. I just briskly went up the stairs. Yeah, the rendering is more just to define it, to define the shape of the creature for my purposes. Like, just like, it's basically like testing. In the game, all the lighting is going to be like procedural. There's not going to be any of
But
this
it
stuff.
but it should still look like that though, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's the idea.
yeah. Yeah.
Geez, that new design is night and day. Yeah, yeah. I've gotten a lot better at coloring. Because if you look at it, like, it's still the same basic like design. It's still the same thing. It's just like I have completely different colors, and I followed Nico's advice in trying to make this a bit more curvy to accentuate
Like
the
like it's Bionicles 1 to Bionicles Metro Nui.
true. That's exactly it.
Any Bi- any Bionicles fans in the chat?
I'm Bionicles fans.
Let's go. I was I really want to do like a Makuta femboy cosplay or like a Makuta schoolgirl outfit cosplay. I feel like that would be or I don't know. No, I feel like I would do like a maid
Do I
outfit.
not extract Godot? Sorry. Continue.
If y'all don't know what like the Makuta mask looks like, it kind of like the one that came in the Lego form looked like a crow, and it was so cool.
God, I've turned too old. Look at this. Look at this. Old. Ageism. uh, just
Hey, you were too old for Bionicle.
since we got at least a couple new people in the chat, because we had a follow earlier, though they didn't speak up and talk. That's okay. That's their prerogative. But I wanted to show off a little bit about what the game's in-game rendering looks like a little bit. I'm sorry that didn't have an age. You better be. Because whether or not you're forgiven, that's still up in the air.
I choose to forget my age. I don't remember if I'm 24 or 25, and it's gonna be like that for years to come.
Yeah, I've only recently started internalizing that I'm 27 now. Yes, I started my game dev career when you guys were in diapers. Dang. Old. Where is the Godot window? Do I not have a Godot window? That's strange. I would imagined I would have a Godot window, but I guess I didn't. Okay. These things happen.
I feel like I'm gonna have to go on Etsy to find what I want. Oh, I found I guess this is cool because it's thematic. It's like a pixel art version of the mask. Uh, should I share it to you, Tyler, or should I just send it in the chat in case anybody wants to see it?
I guess whichever. Like, I'll probably throw it up on the screen. Either way,
Okay,
probably.
if you're gonna throw it up on the screen, I'm gonna try and.
Window capture. Wait, 27? I almost forgot my age. You can't be that far away from me. You have to be at least like 26 or something. We're in the same goddamn graduating class. Yeah, I should have just don't have a Godot window. Okay, that's weird. I would have thought I had it, but whatever. So anyway, I work in Godot usually, and let's do this. Also, I was playing with the the glowing stuff that you mentioned, Nico, last time. Remember? You remember?
Oh, cool. Oh, you mean like the bloom?
Yeah, I was looking at that. It's interesting. It's a little bit finicky, but I got it to work in some respect.
I'd love to get. Well, I guess I'm watching it.
I don't have an example of her up right now. Well, I guess I may be able to just do it. Let's see. Let's see if I can just do it. So I need to do a couple things, I believe. Actually, it looks like it might be doing it. Intensity. Let's set it to additive. No, that's screen. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Anyway, let's turn it off because it's a bit much right now. But anyway, what I really want to show is just like the lighting. It's gonna look a lot smoother. I made a normal map. Like I hand drew normal maps for all the things here. That's why over here, like not like this guy's normal map is incomplete, and her normal map it looks really blocky because I have not blurred that normal map, like not blurred, but like I blend it together to be more smooth. But I haven't gone through those steps because it's a whole process. But what the fuck? Yeah. This is yeah, what I'm let me put this down here because it's all up in there we go. What is this shit? I keep turning back in and you're doing magic. Yeah, so this is the kind of lighting on a basic level of what's going to be in the game eventually. Let's see, if I press play, do I have a nice scene I can play with to show off some of the lighting? Cause I'm pretty sure there's like a rudimentary normal map on each of the sprites. Let's see if it works. Wait, it should compile. There we go. It just took a second. Oh wait, what? Oh wait, right. I'm not sharing that window. Give me a second. Another window. Window. There you are. Wait, is it math? Yeah, it's math. Though Godot is doing a lot of heavy lifting for me. I did make my own shader for this specific kind of lighting. That is to say, like kind of like a cell shader type lighting.
I do a little cheating version in Construct where I just use like multiply modes and add modes.
There it is.
Which is definitely not as good as this because like objects don't have three-dimensionality to them, but it does like let them keep their color under shadow, which requires no coding, which is the big plus.
Excuse me while I plug in this controller. Math using a hidden texture? Yeah, basically. It's been a minute since I played around with this. I'm gonna play around with this for a second. Oh, messed up a little bit. It's been a minute since I did this perfectly too. Well, I really only did it perfectly in one take, one time. This little obstacle course I got going on. It's still fun, like kind of jump around in, which I think is a good sign. I don't think the attacks. Oops! It looks like I broke something. Maybe it's just a break point. Yeah, it's just a break point. Let's get rid of that. Continue. Oh wait, right. I have this attack. Bicol23 is now following. Thanks for the follow. Getting a lot of follows today. Sick. How you doing? Also using a specular map yet? Yes, I am. If you notice, I'm not sure if you noticed with this one. Yes, but yes, I am. It'll be a lot more evident with this one. Actually, you can see the specular is happening right there. I am using a specular map, though it's not the best. Well, this isn't the specular map's fault. This is more to do with the specular calculation. You can see on the hair and a little bit on the eyes how there's a little bit of that happening there. But yes, I am using a specular map. Let's actually wait a second. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. So this one has the specular. Yes. It's nice, but your run animation speed is too slow. It's producing foot sliding. Don't doubt. I haven't revisited the run animation in a long ass time. I'm gonna stop. I'm not professing right now, and gotta resist the urge. No, keep going. Tear me up. Tell me what's wrong, so I can make use of your old age.
It's not a...
You say you gotta stop, but you basically spent all last night professing at me. So, at us, I should say.
But it was more like, I don't know how to explain it, because it's like, he wasn't telling you what to do. It was more like, homie was just being like, this is a cool thing that I do for my stories.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
Whereas this time, yeah.
There probably are many improvements. I mostly just do it by hand. Let's see if I use a tool called Sprite Illuminator. I'll pull up my project for it. Let's go with the movement normals. Window capture, there you are. I've tried to like, because this is way too time intensive, so I've tried to like look up different like ways to do this, but so far this is the way that I've decided is so far best for what I'm trying to do. Anyway, so basically what I do is I go into this program and so I have a bunch of normals from my first attempts. I think this entire no, we have an old one over here, so I started to update it. This is like the updated version, and essentially this has an angle, basically a normal brush. I like to put it to this setting, and then color in appropriately. Oftentimes I'll like export it as I'm as I'm working on it to see how it looks like in engine. I'm tempted to write a normal map generation script for Sprite. I have looked into different people's like normal map generations scripts, but they never seem like they're entirely relevant for what I'm trying to do. But I don't know. Maybe there's a way I'm not considering. For the low pixel count, I would imagine doing this by hand would be the best way for good results. Yeah, that's sort of what I found from, again, doing a little, not a ton of research, maybe like spend an hour trying to figure out like what other people have done with this sort of thing. Found a couple, like a post-mortem about a game that did a bunch of normal maps. They decided that they also did it mostly by hand. Yeah, I know Sprite has a normal map palette mode. I actually did know that. The colors are slightly different, which bothered me. From like the colors are slightly different from like these colors, which might not be a big issue actually, but actually no. I think it might be a big issue. If I recall correctly, maybe this is already fixed, but maybe like a few months ago, I was looking around and there seemed to be some chatter in some forums that the colors aren't actually normals appropriate. Yeah, okay, so you do know. Yeah, the colors aren't necessarily aligned to be the normal map colors. But yeah, so basically I do a lot of this by hand, just again, trial and error. And then what I do, I've developed this strategy where I will pick areas. So this is by color, which is by the texture color. And like areas where it's like a kind of a consistent object. So for example, this, I will then deselect these areas, these bits. So I'm only targeting the hood, and then I'll use the height brush. Put it to how much hardness? Was it 0% hardness? No, definitely more hardness. I forget exactly. Oh, okay, maybe it's not hardness at all. Height. It's probably the height that needs to change. I think it was maybe 50? Do a couple things like I'm trying to remember here. Maybe it was 100. Yeah, I think that was it. I basically click that a couple times, and that'll make it a bit more. That'll like smoothen it over a little bit. And I found that translates fairly decently. I used to actually wait a second. I think I might have still. Let's open up. Let's see if this is this smooth. No, it isn't. Darn. I used to have a Sprite Illuminator project where I had one of these things completely smoothed over, and it looked pretty good. But basically, I do something like this, where I select, again, consistent objects around the body, and apply this height tool to it a couple times, maybe once or twice. And then when I export it out into Godot, it'll be kind of like that smooth sort of transition between I think you get what I'm saying. And that's basically my process. It's very slow, but I have tended to like what I see out of it. I actually do notice there's a discrepancy between these two, even very small discrepancy, but a discrepancy nonetheless in the skirt and the yeah. So anyway, very good. I'll close Godot for now. Maybe I'll leave it open in case anyone else wants to see stuff. I'll just hide it and go back to Sprite. So that's basically my process. A lot of by hand, trying to figure out the various angles and shit, and then I'll go over it with the height tool in targeted areas until everything is smoothed over in a way that makes sense. Because if I just like apply the height brush in total, like without regard for item consistency, then it'll look like a mess. It'll just like the things will blur together in a way that doesn't make sense. When have more monsters in my game, I'll let you build Rose's team. That'd be epic. You should have Rose. You should have Rose be like a special NPC that like has a bunch of high level shit and it'll kill you. Nah. You can have her be whatever you want. But I will definitely do that whenever you have monsters that you want. We'll definitely do that. So yeah, anyway, back to this.
Just saying, it'll probably be some bug monsters that you'll have to choose for Rose.
Probably some of those, yeah. But like I said, I'm not planning. I'm planning to have more than just bug monsters in the game.
Yeah. I feel like these bugs are getting iconic though.
I hear what you're saying, but necessarily, for what I have in mind going forward, it's just that the reason why there's so much focus on bugs right now is because you start out in a forest, and while there are other creatures in the forest, there's a particular reason why bugs are the mainstay in this. They're not a mainstay in the forest per se. It is supposed to be weird that there are giant bugs in this forest, right? Like as Rose encounters them. Rose has never encountered a lot of these creatures, and in fact has never heard of many of these creatures. Which her village often sends people out into the wilds to do things, and she doesn't have a record of some of these creatures. The wasp is fine. The big like what the fuck is these ant things, which are giant like ant like creatures. The cad bug is actually like this one. It's not called the cad bug. I changed its name, but that one's actually fine. Oh wait, I forgot. You sent me some images.
Oh yeah, when we were talking about Bionicle stuff, because this character in particular looked a lot like Bionicles 1 to me, and then the second character looked like Bionicles 2 or Bionicles 3 to me, I guess.
Okay. I'll quickly share with the stream.
Bionicles 1 is the homies learn to play hammer lacrosse, but they play so well that they just killed the bad guy.
Your Bionicle fandom is serious.
Ball.
A lot more serious than mine. I mean, I used to have a lot of these guys too. I just completely and totally lost them. Though you have many, many, many more than I had. I remember having. Hold on, let me share this to the stream here. This is our friends. What they were talking about.
Oh, the Bionicle stuff? Yeah, but that's like a specific example. That's like the dark Bionicles mask. There's like other like brightly colored ones, like the blue and red colored.
Did you post more masks somewhere?
I'm gonna send them to you right now.
Okay. But anyway, I'm just gonna talk about the Bionicles in the background real quick. I remember having a lot of those like the guys with the worms in them. The guys that have worms.
Those guys were sick.
I remember having those. I remember having actually the guys that shoot discs. I had those too, and I had the corresponding like Toa guys that the adversaries, like the protagonists.
I didn't have very many of the small. I commissioned somebody $100 to make me a Bionicle based on my like passion project, my passion game.
That's cool. I didn't have very many of the little guys. I had some of the little guys, the little ones. I had many of the Toas. I didn't have a lot of the more elaborate monsters.
Oh, like the newer ones, or like Makuta and stuff.
Like yeah, the more generic. Like these aren't the main bad guy monsters. I didn't have many of those. I had the Borak.
Yeah, the Borak, yo!
I remember I had a lot of the Borak.
I had like, okay, it took me a long time to get a Borak, but when I finally got my first Borak, I was like, I am complete. I will never again need anything else in life. And you know what? I think I was right.
I don't see the spider guys. Did you not have the spider guys?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Those are from the one after Metro Nui.
Yeah.
Like that's when like everybody turns into some form of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They also had like these little spinny things on them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
that's like when I started get because those were a lot more cheap. I think they were made because they wanted to sell more, but like Bionicles were starting to get more expensive. I mean, because like
Mm-hmm.
if you think about like all the parts in a Borak and you compare it to like the amount of parts in like the spider thing, like it's you can tell the spider thing is like a lot more sturdy for kids to play with than
Right.
the Borak was. But I mean, the Borak was just cool.
Very much. God. What a bust in the past. Bionicles are way out of my childhood budget. That's fair.
Yeah, no, Bionic anything Lego was like really outside of budgets for sure. Give me a sec.
1. He's failed. But anyway, back or we're going back to this properly now. I think I'll.
Yeah, no, Lego made Bionicle. So like they were good at making movies before the Lego movie. I like watched the Bionicles movies back, and I still kind of like them. Like I mean, like I think obviously like they do still feel like more kind of for kids, I guess, but like I don't know, like they age well for me.
That's fine.
Yeah, because I think like they were doing a lot of Lego Technic stuff, and they wanted like Lego Technic to branch out more into monsters to try and fill more of that market or whatever. But it wasn't working, so they tried Bionicles, and Bionicles was like a huge hit. And then I think like they kind of lost that nice simplicity along the way. I mean, it did well for like a number of years, but then I think like 2007 or something. I don't know when the last one. Is there a current Binacle set? Oh yeah. Okay, the snake guys are called the Liak, I think. I think. I have no idea. Is it a Turak or a Liak?
I don't know, but I believe you.
I will tell you. It's called a Lerak. Or the Lerak is the green. So the Rakshi is what they're called. The Rakshi are the cool spider guys with like the super sick designs.
Mm-hmm.
I accidentally searched up a Bollywood actor. My bad.
These things happen.
I remember I really wanted one of these, but my parents never got them for me. And I remember I felt betrayed as a kid. But then like I got the Borak instead and I was like, never mind.
Got over it. Got over that betrayal real quick.
I got over it real fast.
Yeah,
think
I remember the moment actually I got my first Bionicle. I was over like my aunt's house.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember why we were there, but for whatever reason, while I was there, Mom gave me my first Bionicle, and it was sick as hell.
Love that. Somebody like I love when people do reimaginings of stuff. Like I'm looking at some people's like reimaginings of like the Lyric character, and it's like kind of bonkers how nice they made them. Because like they make them like a little bit more accurate to like the film in a way.
Mm.
I'm just spamming your Discord.
Very well.
Just so you know, chat, I'm basically that meme of that man who is defending a child resting in bed from the terrors of the world, and the terrors of the world is Nico spamming Bionicles in my DMs, and you are the child in bed, the chat.
You know you want to look at them.
My design sense has come like a long way since this. I really gotta say.
So anyways, I was wondering, could we have like a Bionicles channel in your Discord? Oh, you agree immediately? Wow, thanks.
Oh boy.
And then make it so that I'm the only person that can see it. But have a bot like it like 8 times.
Did I actually not draw this on all the arm layers? Oops. I did.
I did something and now my a dot in my synth went red. Help. Somebody send help.
Oh boy.
Fuck, I added another dot.
What have you done?
Oh, I can just double click it. Okay. Shift does a lot more things than I think a shift should ever do at the same time. Oh my god. I feel like working with this right now is like I press the same place and like by click, like it's just a dot that like changes like a curve of something that's changing a sound. Like, every time I click it, it makes it do wildly different things.
I see.
Like it is zooting what it is doing, and I'm like, what? Why? I didn't agree to this.
Didn't you?
Maybe I did.
Time is up. It's 11:44. Okay, we're probably gonna wrap it up soon, guys. I'm just gonna finish this bit, and maybe I think I'm gonna finish the rendering just so I can have that visualization, and then we'll end it there. I think that'll work. Oh, shit.
So I just learned that like the UI for FL Studio,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm looking for like a plugin to do whatever, make a sound louder, different, give it an echo, whatever, like I can press which gives me a list, which like later and later towards the night takes me longer and longer to look through. But I also found out that I can right click and it shows me pictures of everything. Like just a picture of like the base UI for everything. And I'm just like, bless.
I see.
It's such like a smart thing.
I guess
And
it
it
is.
probably also took a lot of effort. And I'm very appreciative of them for putting that in.
Me too. Though I don't necessarily understand what exactly is in based on just what you said, but I'm sure it's really cool.
Yeah. Like imagine like every time you wanted to like open up a script or like attach a script to something, like it showed you like a preview of like what that script did to that object if it was like simple enough.
I
Like
see.
if you had like some kind of spawner script, like instead of like just going through a list and seeing that the script says spawner among like a bunch of other lists, you could like see a bunch of like images of like things doing different things to other objects and be like, yeah, that's what I want. That's some functionality I want to add to Unity. That's some wild functionality though. That might be. I mean, honestly, they probably did it in Unreal. Or maybe they haven't. I don't know. I'm not like
Oh.
rushing into Unreal because I know that I'm gonna end up doing it in school anyways. But
Probably.
yeah.
How did you two meet? A mutual friend.
Yeah, we had our friend David, who's like my friend from high school, who like uh got me uh uh I, can we talk about like high school? Never mind. I feel like I won't go into that. Let's keep it professional. Anyways, we had
Do
fun
what you
times in high
will.
school. And then like, you know, we always had like good times. I didn't hang out with him as much, like, but like his girlfriend was like in my circle of friends, so like we did hang out like a little. Um, and then I want to say like maybe 6 years later, I go to a different country. I do all my school and stuff, and David's like, "Oh, I have a cool project." But like, it's he like he said how it was or whatever, and I was like, "Oh, well, that actually works out because I need like portfolio stuff for school, so I need like proof that I can like make mock-ups for stuff and like put together like a cohesive vision and stuff like that." And I ended up meeting Tyler, who was working on it.
Indeed.
And then me and Tyler started bullying David for being a centrist.
Very true.
And that is how the tables turned.
I bully him to this day.
As you should. There are so many windows that you can have open in FL Studio that every time I'm like, I want to Alt Tab inside FL Studio. But I forget that FL Studio is not my operating system. But it honestly should be.
Fascinating. Okay. I literally wrote a tweet about centrism yesterday. Yeah, centrism is a disease.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to now scour Godoprin's Twitter feed to find this tweet about centrism. Yeah, I agree with that tweet. I agree.
I agree. For any chatters out there who are too lazy to go on the Twitter, which fair, to let's be fair here. If you want to avoid Twitter, I understand.
Godoprin said, I'll just read verbatim. Some folks need to learn or remember of this. The reason centrists / moderates exist in U.S. politics is because there are people so insulated from any problems faced by marginalized communities that, for them, politics is at best a thought experiment and at worst a sport.
Yeah, I think oftentimes that's where it starts. I think some people eventually do come to understand these things, and I think our mutual friend that we were talking about, David, I think he is slowly learning that, you know, there are consequences to politics.
Yeah. It's like you can't protect marginalized peoples as like there's like being a centrist is kind of like antithetical to itself, right? Because it's supposed to be like you give everybody a voice, but like I mean, like by definition, like there's literally one side which is pushing for legislature to like remove the other sides, or like not the other side, but like marginalized people's like ability to be able to have a voice, right? So
Yeah. Okay, it's not. These renderings aren't perfect, but they weren't supposed to be. These are just ideas for just communicate things, make it look a little better compositionally. So yeah, that's good.
it's like the
I think I'm
whole
finished.
like free speech the dongle on, or the free speech debacle on Twitter. It's like people being like, oh, like, you know, they deserve to be able to say what they need to say. I'm like, if your point of view is that I shouldn't exist, then you shouldn't have a point of view.
And
Like,
it's very funny that now that that the free speech person owns Twitter, he's now you know, unbanning Nazis and banning milk toast criticism. Very, very funny that. And in either case, this has now become a politics stream, which was not like it wasn't meant to be the case, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. Um, I think I'm going to wrap it up pretty soon. AKA as very, very soon. I'm gonna look for another stream to raid for anyone who wants to explore more game dev. And then I've got some things to do.
nice.
I think 12 a.m. is honestly longer than I thought I would stream, but reasonable enough. Maybe a bit too reasonable. What do you guys think? Should I target a bigger, like one of the people with more views? I've been targeting people with like sub 20, is what I tend to aim for.
I gotta be honest with you, I really like finding smaller people because it's like I always end up seeing like a different perspective or like just seeing different people's like states working on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like I have seen bigger like game dev Twitch streamers.
Holy shit.
But they tend to have like stuff pretty
streamers, right?
Yeah.
Sorry. It's just like there are so many big game dev streams these days. There are so like I'm seeing. Oh wait, no, these guys aren't live. These are past. Okay, I was almost like, why are there so many people with thousands of views? No, okay, viewers. There's only a handful that are live right now. Though you know they have like 50. The biggest one has 300 viewers. I'm done with this mock-up for prototype UI elements. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, sounds like a Portal / Half-Life inspired puzzles game. Let's go ahead and raid that guy. Simple game dev. His name, not one I prescribed to him. But yeah, oh yeah, Godot, go ahead and post it. I'll share it to the stream before we head off. Let's cue the raid up. If you don't want to share it, of course, that's okay. We can always check your Twitter later. But I'll post it here since I don't want to be permanent. Yeah, sure. No problem. Aw, this is cute. I do really like this aesthetic. This little ledger. Very nice. I'm not actually sure. Can I share this one? Well, anyone who... I'm sure you guys are seeing Oh, what the heck happened?
Oh,